We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night.
Lil Durk was just snitched on by his best friend OTF Vonnie, making him guilty in his court case. It was announced Chicago rapper Lil Durk's sister-in-law calls OTF Vonnie a rat and a snitch in the M for Hire Fed case in an IG post. As in the courtroom today, his file was updated showing that he's no longer in the Bureau of Prisons custody. This means that he was released from jail, likely on a house arrest, where he would then get his hands on a new iPhone. He would text somebody that he thought was close to him, but that person then flipped on Vonnie, leaking all of the messages. OTF Vonnie texted who he thought was his friend, "Yeah, and I'm trying to plea out on a 32, which is the base for M for Hire. Max is 43, which is life. I'd get -2 points for the plea, -1 point for an early plea, -2 points for no background, meaning then I'll have 27 points, which is only 5 to 7 years in prison. It's better than that. I can't go to trial. I might get an elbow. I don't want them to do me like the other boys." When saying he doesn't want to get got like the other boys, he's actually referring to OTF Jam, who also snitched, but more on that later. However, Vonnie's father is very upset that his son turned federal. It was tweeted, OTF Vonnie's father reveals Vonnie allegedly orchestrated the Lil Pab and King Von passing.
Oh no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
Oh, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages, like that's.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
Cause that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to, and this, that, and that. And with me saying Vaughn, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words on Vaughn?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Vaughn name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Vaughn. You gonna tell that just like you orchestrated Lil Pab, you orchestrated this. And guess who you work for?
OTF Vonnie's father is from the street, where if somebody snitches, then you can snitch on them, and he didn't hold back. However, I do have the answer as to why OTF Vonnie snitched, and let me explain. In OTF, there is only 3 main guys left. This is Lil Durk, OTF Vonnie, and OTF DD. Vonnie and DD are related, which is important to know, as it was just announced, the new Lil Ted body cam footage of him begging to snitch against Lil Durk and OTF members have changed the case. Durk's lawyers submitted paperwork for an extended time on their bond proposal. This raises the question of, what did Lil Ted say to the feds? Lil Ted is known as OTF DD's younger brother, who is Lil Durk's main guy for anything street related and is cousins with OTF Vonnie. Lil Ted was arrested at a local convenience store as he had a firearm in his jeans pocket and he did not want to go to jail.
Really? Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
At this moment, Lil Ted was then driven to the police station, but before even getting inside, he had tears coming down his face as he would yell to the police, "I swear I'll tell y'all about the passings," hoping not to be placed into jail, but it was already too late for him.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Being placed into the waiting cell, Lil Ted was seen crying his eyes out, wanting nothing more to just snitch on all the team members that he knows, just so that he can go home and get out of jail. As you need to remember, he's related to Vonnie and DD. Who knows the information that Lil Ted knows?
Wait, hold on, you gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright?
We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me no, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
with OTF DD being his older brother. When there was news of someone snitching in the court system, as in court files, it only shows the person's last name. Everybody believed that it was OTF DD, but in reality, it was his brother. But this had a trickle-down effect. With Ted already wanting to snitch against Durk, there's a high probability the feds got DD, Vonnie, and both their parents together all in one room for their moms to basically yell at them to snitch and not waste their entire lives sitting in a prison cell, which is a very common tactic the feds use, as with them all being related, 3 against 1 being Lil Durk, Durk is gonna lose every single time. But there's a reason why they're snitching out so fast. This is because Lil Durk is about to be released from jail. To understand when, it's important to know the news of words from Durk's father have Durk being released on a bond. With this being his 3rd attempt, his lawyers made an offer so great the judge can't refuse it.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the lease for the 3rd time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
Meaning they needed to get together to snitch against Durk before Durk gets out first, as the prosecutors ended up dropping evidence against Lil Durk, which did give him a release date. The news wrote, today Lil Durk's court hearing had the prosecutors telling the judge they are willingly throwing away evidence against Durk. While reading it out loud in front of the judge, I wonder how this will affect the rest of his bond hearing, as the prosecutors did this in the most corrupt way possible, saying out loud, we are dropping the evidence of the Durk lyrics reading, told me they got an Addy go, got location go, look on the news, see your son screaming no, no, while also showing the news clip of Quando Rondo screaming no on the sidewalk.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
As this was a very corrupt and wrong way of dropping evidence, Lil Durk was just about to receive a bond. With them telling the judge they are dropping this evidence while reading it out loud, this will be in the back of the judge's mind before giving Durk the answer. It was so bad, even Charleston White reacted.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
The judge would then announce inside a court he's gonna need a few days to make his decision. Lil Durk would return back to jail, but this is where his entire life would turn around once again. In case you missed it, the news wrote, Chicago rapper Lil Durk was involved in an altercation inside a jail this morning. This even resulted in Lil Baby tweeting, I don't care about nothing else other than Durk right now, free the bro, as the streets connected what really happened. It began with the tweet of, Lil Durk's day one homie Gleesh passed away last night in Chicago, meaning several OTF members are being targeted, including Lil Durk. This raises the question of who would want revenge against OTF, as the same day Lil Durk was targeted inside a jail, Quando Rondo and Lil Tim did interviews on the exact same day, said the same message, and had them both released on the same hour. Many look at it like a weird coincidence, but others believe it was for the feds to not investigate them for going after Durk while he's still in jail, making it a great alibi. As Lil Tim said,
shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying fuck him and shit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off, that would have never happened like that.
As Quando Rondo said the exact same thing, saying that he wishes things were handled in a much different way.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever like that. It could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Two ops of Lil Durk, both doing an interview on the same day, praising Durk, wishing things were handled a different way, while he's also targeted inside a jail, does not seem suspicious at all. Due to this, Durk's lawyer would end up doing an interview with DJ Academics, speaking on the situation while also revealing his release date, sharing detail of the prosecutors ruining their own case.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for the through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
As he went on to mention, the case is getting weaker for the prosecutors, who can now no longer use Durk's lyrics, as this was Durk's lawyers calling the charges a joke. He would share the feds only had lyric evidence against Lil Durk, but now they're not even using it.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Act. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
However, a few days later, the judge then finally made his decision.